won't make money with what's happening in their houses. Even controversies, quarrels they have with the fights they have with their husbands.
Yeah, I think that one is actually too extreme.
You attract a lot of flies into an open food. And when there are multiple opinions about what's going on, you might think, oh, I'm a big girl, I cannot be listening to everything, but somehow, in some way, it is influencing you.
Have you heard of people say like, okay, when your man is not posting you, that means the person is not proud of you?
Okay, well, there are people who are not, who are very insecure with their lives,
Ooh.
and they would always.
For you to want me to catch me, 'cause I'm falling for you. Why would you lie to me? You said you'd try for me.
Hi guys,
Welcome to our podcast,
Giggles and All. My name is Nekky.
And my name is Dami.
So on today's episode, we're going to be talking about relationships, love or money. And on today's episode, we're going to be diving into very interesting gist. Stay with us because today is going to be a banger. We're going to be talking about things like humility for a poor man, can long distance relationships survive?
Yes.
You know, all those things. So please stay tuned with us and enjoy this wonderful episode.
Thank you. Also, don't forget to like,
Comment,
share,
and subscribe.
Yes.
Thank you.
to all our readings. We appreciate you guys. As she said, we're going to be talking about relationships, and today we brought a very special guest
Yes.
into the house. The self-acclaimed love doctor.
Again.
He's a physicist. He's good at what he does. A self-acclaimed best-selling author too.
I tell you.
But we'll leave that to be confirmed later. Anyways, please welcome with us Chidi to this episode.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me in this interesting episode. I look forward to an exciting moment with you.
Thank you so much for joining us, Chidi. I appreciate you taking your busy time.
Yeah. The Love Doctor, thank you so much for joining us today. And just to dive right into our icebreaker questions, we use that to get to know our guest on a better note and also ease the tension. So the first question we have for you is, have you been in a long distance relationship and would you advise someone to be in one?
That's a very interesting question, and what I can say is I have been in a long distance relationship. I mean, it's very difficult these days to find someone who wouldn't be in one. However, the distance relationship is usually a function of geography. It depends on how distant the relationship is. If it is pretty long, like halfway across the world kind of relationship, I would typically not advise someone to engage in that because the closer the better. The closer you are to someone, the smoother the relationship would be. Because according to what we study in physics, there is a law in physics that we call the Newton's law of universal gravitation. It talks about the force between two objects, and that force is proportional to is inversely proportional to the square of their distance.
Stay tuned for science, guys.
So if the distance is greater, there is a likelihood that the force of attraction would reduce. It happens. It's still the same thing that is as in relationships. So you do not want to do a relationship that is too far away because sometimes it can dwindle or truncate the love that you have for each other.
Truncate.
So I would always advise the closer the better. But if you can do it, I mean, this is just my take. If you can do the distance relationship,
My heart is already doing kikum because
then it's fine.
all these terms is love we're talking about. The love doctor. Love doctor has carried physics.
He has carried the thing to come and scatter everything.
Yeah, pretty much because there is absolutely nothing physics cannot describe.
The only thing to describe love. Stay tuned, guys.
Yeah, it is interesting, right? Because as scientists, we pretty much have answers to everything that is in the observable universe. And physics is one of them, and love is also one.
Don't worry, we'll bring you back to talk about physics. Yes. Today, let's talk about love.
Okay, but I can anyway. Go ahead.
Our second question. Don't do both.
Okay, yeah, but you cannot do love without physics. Love itself is physics and chemistry between two people.
Chidi, bring it down.
So you can't do one without the other.
Love Doctor, bring it down to our level. Yes, so he has come on our studio to come and argue with us.
Okay, go
Anyways,
ahead.
our second question that we have for you is, have you ghosted a lady before because of billing? And what is the highest amount a lady has billed you? I hope physics will answer this one too.
This is a very funny question because yes, I mean, who hasn't? I mean, if you find yourself in certain situations where someone would place money in front of everything they represent in your life, especially when people would always want to ask you for something, even when they absolutely did not need it at that time. They call it urgent 2K in Nigeria, right? When someone would just come and ask you for money for no reason, because they believe you have it or they believe you can afford it and they just want to take it from you. billing has been a problem in relationships, even in people that are in serious relationships. Their girlfriends are also billing them, so they have not only women, both women and men have commercialized this industry. That they use they even print business ideas and blueprints to show you that this is what they want to do. They need money because they've noticed that the 2K part, the 2K aspect has passed away. That era has passed away. So people now understand that once you tell someone that you are in need of money, they will run away. So because of that, they have developed their different ideas.
So what's the highest amount somebody has paid you?
I can't remember for now.
Because, really?
I cannot remember because on a daily, I get a lot of messages from people who would always want you to give them. For some reason, they think I have, but I do not.
Why do I feel like you're running away from the question? Because we're asking a woman so for something that is a memorable experience, you're supposed to remember it. You're supposed to be living rent-free.
Okay. If you want the exact amount, I think I have had a situation where someone asked me for around £3,000 for something related to school or whatever. They say that I have this school that I got admission in and paid part of the money and I need so amount of money. That particularly would not be billing on a normal sense because this person needs this thing for something projects, right? But for the fact that this person has not been in your life for a very long time and the person reappears and just bills you and asks you for money, it sends a shockwave through your brain. It makes you begin to question certain things like, did this person just wake up and remembered me and immediately started asking me for money, right? So it's really not a very good idea when you place money in front of anything that at least give that person time to recover from the fact that they have not spoken to you for years. Then before you now bring in the money aspect.
So this gender was a lady, right?
Yeah, a woman.
Was it somebody you liked or like you were romantically involved with?
No, that is the funny part of it, right? That's the funny part of it.
Yeah,
Even if it is someone you are romantically involved with, or you were romantically involved with, or someone that you had a kind of interest in, it would actually dampen the feeling you have for that person much more. Someone that you personally do not have that kind of strong relationship with. And for me, I'm someone who I find it very hard to say no when someone asks me for something I know I could afford, right? So because of that, people have exploited me in so many ways using this billing aspect. So I have tried to stay wicked these days.
Oh wow! Stay wicked, guys. That's what the love doctor said. Stay wicked.
Standing on this.
Yeah, because if you don't stay wicked, you will your case will be a sorry case.
Oh.
Your story will be a sorry story, and you don't want that.
Love doctor is onto something.
You don't want that. This is a very big topic that we could talk about another day, but this billing stuff is very controversial. But let's move on.
Let's move on. Thank you so much for sharing your stories with us and for easing tension a little bit. It's nice to see how passionate you are about the billing topic.
Yes.
Anyways, on this episode, we'll be sharing with you 2 stories from writers, and then we want to know your opinion or any advice, basically just what you feel about the scenarios. And please, guys, don't forget to drop comments in the comment section about what you feel about each scenario. So,
yes. So the first story we're going to be reading today is for Humility is for a Broke Man. I don't even know if I should call this heartbreak or betrayal, but I need advice. I was with my boyfriend when he had nothing. Back then, he was still hustling, doing small graphic jobs on his laptop in cyber cafes because he didn't have steady lights in his own house. Sometimes I gave him my own small allowance just to eat. I even used to sneak him to my hostel so he could charge his phone and laptop. I was patient because I believed in his dream. Fast forward to last year, his tech startup suddenly picked up. Foreign investors, big contracts, dollars rolling in. Overnight, his life changed. New car, new apartment, new friends. But the humility he used to have, gone. This same man that used to thank me for buying him Indomie now says I'm holding him back. He doesn't introduce me proudly anymore. And when I complained, he said, you don't fit the image of the woman that I want. He doesn't introduce me, you don't fit the kind of image I want now. He said, can you imagine, after all the love, support, and sacrifices, he's now acting like I'm beneath him. My friends say money just exposed his true self. That humility is only for broke men. But I'm confused. Did I waste my love on the wrong person, or is this how money normally changes people?
That story is very interesting. And one thing I would say is, I'll answer this question with 3 points. Number one is, yes, whether we agree or not, money has a way of changing people. It doesn't matter how large or how small the amount of money is. When money comes into your life as a human being, be you a man or a woman, it will have a way of molding you to the better version of yourself, of who you really are, but it will extrapolate what you have been, what you have always been. And I do blame the girl because at some point in a relationship where you are in a relationship with someone who has never really found themselves, you could have seen some of the signs that this person is this kind of person that will change when money comes into the hands. The signs are always there. It's just that we ignore the red flags. We ignore these signs because we are too engulfed into this sea of love, into this abyss of love, that we forget that there are subtle things that we should look out for in a relationship. Relationship is something relationship is like an environment that you should observe the growth of that environment as you progress. If you do not observe the growth of that environment, you will not take note of some insects or some pests that are beginning to come into your farm as you continue to progress. So because of that, naturally, every man who doesn't have money should be humble.
Oh.
So that humility he's exuding at that point, you could actually find out if it is through his true self or if it is as a result of him not having money. Because why would a poor man be proud, right? Because the greatest currency a broke man would have is his humility and his sacrifice. Because he's fighting a battle of survival, so he has to be humble in order to survive. But find out if that humility is his true self by challenging him with certain things, asking him some questions, trying to get it to know him instead of getting to be with him. Just get to know him too. Because that is the aspect of courtship that people often miss out.
So what type of questions do you think can provoke this, knowing this person's true character?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes people lie, of course, when you ask them, oh, what would happen if you hit $50 million right now? What would happen if something happened? But sometimes those kind of subtle questions that we think are not very strong could reveal someone's true character. Because people say, out of the abundance of a man's heart he speaketh. I'm speaking from the aspect of a pastor right now, which I am.
Pastor
Right?
Chidi.
Out of the abundance of a man's heart he speaketh. So if you ask questions to someone and the person says something over and over again, gives you the same range of answers, you should be able to tell that this person could actually change. And also monitor that person when small things enter their hands.
Yes.
Because nobody everybody will tell you say then they be proud people unless you see small changes.
Yeah, broken down the entire. You know it's serious.
Because if you begin to see small changes or small change, if man begin they get small change, you will see small things for in life. You go to pad small thing. You go to treat you as if you say you know the important because you know they see small money.
Exactly. Love doctor has left science and went to go. You know that is serious. Stay tuned.
So it's very easy to know. So I would actually blame that girl partially because she should have known. She should have known in time. I'm not saying that I mean she didn't do wrong by something.
But I have something to say. So now that you're saying that the lady didn't see those signs, but there are cases where people pretend to the last day, like you will not even see, and then people just shock you. Yes,
which is why I always tell people. Even in my book, I wrote that love is usually 50-50 for people who don't look. It's just like an aspect of science. Okay, sorry, I don't know if I should bring in physics to this, but it's just like an aspect of physics where we call the Schrödinger cat in physics. If you put a cat in a box and if you put a cat in a box and inject some poison inside that box and close the box, if you close the box, you don't know what's happening inside that box. It's possible that the cat is alive for them. So in physics, we usually say that two things are happening at the same time. The cat is alive and the cat is dead. So until you open that box, you will never really know what is going on. So the observable universe is only what we are seeing.
Yes.
So the universe does not exist unless there is someone born to observe it.
Oh.
The same way, those attitude or those character, those behavior are not there unless you have sat down to really observe it. So make a conscious effort to know. Because if you have not made any conscious effort to know, you would not find out.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think apart from humility, right? Because now we are like humility. That's like one character that is important to observe. What other characters do you think like people should also sit down and try to take notes to observe in terms of like relationships?
Yeah, I believe respect and honesty.
Is that from a man's perspective or a woman's perspective?
Yeah, because now we are talking about the man being someone that turned after making some money.
Okay.
But this time around, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
However, for this story, I believe for a man's perspective, a woman should make sure that she has someone who respects her. Because when a man respects you, he will not lie to you. He might not be a humble person, but he will be humble with you because he likes you enough and respects you enough to treat you well. So that his humility will begin to show. So respect is one of the fundamental principles of relationship that people ignore. So when someone respects you, the person would go extra mile to make sure that they make you happy. So I believe respect should be the paramount thing that someone should look out for.
Respect, honesty. All right, so let's dive into our next story.
Yes.
Which is going to be based. I think it's based on long distance.
Yeah.
Please, I need advice. because my relationship is turning into a full-time job. I met my boyfriend in Lagos during my IT year. We were so close, everybody used to call us Mr. and Mrs. After school, he got a scholarship to do his master's in Australia while I stayed back here in Nigeria. We promised each other we would make it work, no matter the distance, but this time zone wahala is killing us. When it's daytime here, he's already sleeping over there. When he wakes up, I'm already tired from work. Most times we only get like 30 minutes of call before one person has to run off. I've even dozed off during video calls because my eyes couldn't carry me again. To make it worse, temptation is plenty on both sides. His classmates throw house parties almost every weekend, and I can't help but notice familiar faces of girls always popping up in the background of his snaps. Meanwhile, on my end, I'm in Lagos, and you know how guys can be. There's always one person offering you rides, gifts, or saying, your man no dey around, why are you stressing yourself? We've already had big fights. He once accused me of not picking his calls on purpose, but the truth is, I was in traffic and my battery died. Another time, I saw a girl comment, can't wait for our next movie night. There was kissing emoji in that comment.
Oh my God.
On his post. He said it was just a friend, but how do you explain movie nights when I'm here dying of loneliness? Honestly, I still love him, but I'm beginning to wonder, can the relationship really survive, or am I just setting myself up for heartbreak?
Wow. That's quite a story. So, wow, this is very interesting. So she knew this guy, and the guy moved away, and things started changing. Okay, so one piece of advice I would drop in, based on my little experience with life, is that once it gets to the point where you have to onyokopos with microscope, once it gets to the point where you have to start visualizing with the microscope, then you just have to walk away because it's no longer there.
Love doctor is not playing. Straight to the point. It's like, auntie,
pack your bag and go, because life is too short. And because it is short, you don't want to mess around with things that would not work. You just have to hit the nail on the head and move on.
Yeah.
It is pretty obvious that something is going on. For someone to say, oh, I can't wait for the next movie night, right? That's what he said. And with a kissing emoji, of course, something is already, there's an entanglement going on. There's an entanglement going on.
And I also think she's not aware of all these things. Like one of the points you gave, you said honesty and then respect. If you respected her enough, you tell her, oh, I'm going to be here at this time. I'm going to be going for this party. She doesn't need to be finding out on people's snaps or seeing stories or seeing comments before she's aware that things in his life are happening. So
exactly, the transparency is not there.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
And once the transparency is gone in a relationship, for me personally, I prefer transparency over any other thing, over any of these principles. Because when someone is transparent to you, it's very easy for you to defend that person, even when you are outside. Your friends can come to you and tell you, guy, this is your girl, are you sure she's not doing anything? Even though this your girl is in a different state or is in a different country, are you sure she's not doing anything? But if you had already heard something that's going on, maybe that girl told you, oh, there's this guy that's talking to me, and you already know everything that is going on in her life, you would not have any reason to doubt. It would be like a story you already knew before they even started telling you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it's really important. And one thing I will always advise people, just like we're discussing about distance relationship, the love has to be different. In distance relationship, the way you muster morale to participate in that love of relationship that has a closer proximity is not the same way you muster the morale for distance relationship. You have to make the bond stronger, because if the bond is not stronger, then the love would fade away.
Yeah. I also think the another issue they have is communication. They are not communicating properly. Because I tell people in long distance relationship, what you have is communication. Because you can't see that person. It is what they tell you that you know. It's what they say, okay, I'm going here. That is all you can bank on.
Yes.
You know, because that is what is holding you guys.
Yeah.
You see people, oh, they wake up in the morning, they are doing video, oh, this video is for my man. I see that a lot of that on social media. Like they are updating them, oh, this is what is happening on my day-to-day activity. And you see, after 5 years of long distance, they came together, you know. But so those things, like communication is key. Like if you guys don't have communication, then I don't think that relationship will even move further, because it's from communication that you build trust.
Yeah.
You come to the point where you say, okay, if my man says this is what it is what it is. And then you've seen that over time, that if he says, okay, I'm going here at point A, I'm going here at point B, and then it also tallies with what they're telling you, that's how you build that trust. And I think they don't have it in this
in
relationship.
this relationship.
And that is a problem.
Yeah, because even when you are far away, when you are closer to the person, you need to communicate regularly. How much more?
Exactly.
You can be living with your girlfriend might be your next door neighbor, or your partner or your wife might. Okay, your wife cannot be your next door neighbor. Your wife cannot be your next door neighbor, but your partner can be your next door neighbor. But you people still communicate all the time, talk on the phone all the time. Much more someone that is so far away from you. You can imagine not telling that person what's going on in your life. If you keep that person in the dark, then you are beckoning the destruction of the relationship.
I think so, and it also gives room to think the unthinkable.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
when people don't fill in those gaps in your head will help you to fill in those gaps.
Oh yeah,
Keep
those
telling you, okay,
those spaces will be filled.
exactly. Something will be telling you, okay, he's doing this, he's doing that. So, girl, I think the problem is that guy is not communicating with you, and then he's not transparent. So that's enough reason for you to pick your bag and leave. My 2 cents.
Shikina.
Bam.
So what do you think? What do you think, Dami? You are not saying anything about it.
I said he wasn't being transparent enough. But then I'm also wondering, like, I mean, he moved. So what's she planning to do? Is this how they plan to, like, keep on? Because, like she said, there's temptation on both sides. So it's like, if there's no common goal, then why are you fighting the people around you for somebody that you don't know where it's going to lead to?
I still partially blame the girl though.
You always blame the girls.
For even mentioning.
It's very partial.
For even mentioning, you know, I'm a very neutral person, but this time around I have to say the truth. For mentioning the fact that there are guys still looking at her. I mean, for that thought to even arise, because something triggers something. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Yeah.
For her to imagine the fact that someone is there looking at her, some guys are there, she shouldn't have even said it in asking this question. She should have just gone straight to the point. Oh, I'm missing this guy, but I'm seeing something that is not fair.
Yeah.
But she said it now. She said he's going for movie dates and she's dying of
And
loneliness.
she's sliding in the fact that
I
guys
feel
are
like
looking at
I
her.
think she's
Reason
low-key
why
considering it
she's-
too.
she's low-key considering it,
But
thank
then
you.
think about it. If she's saying you're having movie nights and then dying of loneliness, that's the reason for her to be considering it. 'Cause she
She's
feels
dying
like,
of loneliness.
Yeah,
Okay.
she feels like she's dying of
For
loneliness.
her to be even mentioning, for her to start mentioning about the
Yes.
loneliness
Yes.
in the picture, she should
Yes.
have been
See,
more
on the girl's
concerned
side.
about.
The girl's eye is outside.
Yes.
I stand for the truth. and
Yes.
speak for the truth.
Yes. It's good
Why
to say
I'm
the
saying-
truth.
So why I'm saying this is that I don't think people's decision form what you do as a person. It is you that will decide what you want to do. If you're saying, okay, like I hear people say this, oh, my boyfriend cheated, so me, I'm going to cheat back. Mama, that's already there in your mind.
Exactly.
So you don't cheat because people are doing stuff. Like, it is an informed decision on your own. So nobody will push you to do something. So for her to go and say that is that she's considering those temptations.
She's considering
They're
it.
not honesty. Like, let's be honest.
As a matter of fact, the advice she even wants, that girl
So,
wants an advice.
do
An
you-
advice she wants is, okay, since your guy is doing this, why not do it?
Exactly.
For her to chip that in there, she's
Yes.
looking for that advice.
Exactly.
Me, I feel
yeah,
like-
mama, go. We have told you.
Yes, we have told you now, you are free to go. Do whatever you want to do, you are free.
She's asking, is she setting
She's
herself
fighting for the girl.
up? No, I'm not fighting for the girl. I'm bringing it from a perspective that
Okay.
you guys are not looking at.
Alright.
This babe is asking. There's a reason why she's writing.
Okay.
Okay, yes, there's the consideration of, okay, there are people around me. Meaning that, oh, if I want to leave this guy, I have people that are spoiling me with gifts, rides, and all of these things. It's there. But then, she's still spending her time stalking this person, reading his comments on his Instagram page. And then she's now writing that, oh, am I looking too much into it, or am I setting myself up for heartbreak? Meaning that she's already considering that maybe I'm the one that is loving more. This guy is there enjoying himself, going for parties, everything. Me, I'm here. Although there are people giving me this offer, I'm looking away because I'm thinking about this guy. Because I mean, she's a
Well, I don't know. I can't. I
Yes.
do not agree with you completely.
Yes, this perspective is shaky.
Like, there is one thing I
Yes.
always tell people: entertainment is the superpower of seduction.
exactly.
What you entertain is what happens to you.
my sister, please.
Right?
Exactly.
For her to even start reasoning the fact that people are looking at her or giving her things,
I support
or
love.
or some guys are like looking at her in some way,
Yeah.
then
Trying.
it signals a clear cut adjudication in her heart to pursue that.
What
that
is
purpose.
adjudication?
I don't know, because look at what is going on, right?
Yes.
She already told us the story of the guy doing something that is not wrong, that is not right.
That is not wrong.
That is not.
Follow-
That is not right.
follow him
That is
now.
not right. That is not right. That is not right.
This is what
That is not right. That is not right. She signals something that is not right from the guy's side, and also she's trying to mention, she's dropping a background to the story. That
That's not
we
a
should
background.
also know that some guys are looking at her
Okay,
here.
maybe that's
That
it.
this is Lagos. That some guys are also looking at her. She's already creating that impression in her heart that
Yes.
okay, the story does not end with the fact that the guy seems to be cheating. The story continues that some people are looking at you, so you have options.
Yeah, exactly. She didn't have to tell us that she has options. She would have just reported the guy's bad character and allow us.
So
to
you
decide.
want to be hearing half story?
No. Well, all we're saying is that for her to be saying, "Oh, there are people looking at me," that means she's considering
Yes.
it. Like that's
But
just how.
that's
they
exactly what she said.
But that's the point now. We're saying
Eh,
that
that's-
Oju
She's
Foro-
considering it,
she's- okay, the advice for the
consideration.
guys are
So
follow
she's
those people.
considering it.
Uh-huh.
But has she done it yet?
Her mind is
She
there
will
because
do it.
you know that's
She will
how
That's
do it
exactly
to
what
leave
I'm
her.
saying.
But that's how
there's
cheating
nothing
starts
bad
now.
in considering it because
Oh.
at this
You
point,
see this
yes,
girl.
now
She's
at this
supporting that.
point-
She's supporting
How can you
her.
say there's
It's
nothing
not
bad in
doctor.
There's
considering it?
nothing
Yeah.
bad in considering it because the guy is not giving her everything. So
Oh.
and the question she's asking now is obviously when I say considering it, I mean she has to walk away from this one that she's in first before she can start
Okay,
speaking.
okay. Now,
maybe
But
from
yeah,
this
you-
angle,
yeah,
maybe if you say that, if you say so, if you say so,
you know, we can
if
manage
you
it.
say
But then
so.
you can't say that if you are seeing somebody that is literally like probably disappointing you in the sense that you are expecting some certain things, maybe
And it's not
spending
happening.
more time. There are no calls, enough calls. There's no like consideration. This guy is just enjoying himself there, and then you are here pining, waiting for him, and then at the same time we are now looking at it. To me, I feel like it's a normal thing to start considering like, okay, well, if this thing is not heading where I want, what's plan B? What's plan C? Am I just going to wait here until my eye fall and then I will not have
I think the
anything?
fact that she's even saying that is temptation. I don't think it has gotten to the point of
Yeah.
temptation. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, like it's good for people to like look at you.
She
but
has
for
not-
her to-
she has not
to
caught the
say
guy in any way.
exactly to say it's a temptation. That means like they are really getting to her at that point. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not bad to consider it, but the fact that she referred to it as a temptation means that that thing is really getting to
Yeah.
you. Like there's a high chance that you're going to fall for that thing, for you to call that thing a temptation.
Yes,
That's
so
why-
that's why.
Yeah.
So that's what-
That's
so
why it's
I'm
called
very
temptation.
So that's why it's called
Because there's a
temptation.
possibility of you falling.
Of you falling.
The
You get
probability
my
is
point.
there.
So that's
So
why I'm
why
calling
is
her
it
out
called,
now.
why is it called consideration?
Consideration is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
there's somebody
Yeah,
here.
you're already
but that's
putting it
not
in your
rich.
mind. You know,
That's
you're
not
already
rich
putting it in your mind that you might do
So,
it.
it's two sides: consideration, temptation. What are you?
And the guy has not even come out plainly to say I'm cheating or
Yes,
something.
so
Or no,
she's suspecting though.
Yeah,
Are
she's
you
just
seeing?
suspecting.
She's
Love
just
doctor, you're
suspecting.
changing your mind now.
She-
You were the one that said, let me remind you.
Okay.
Minutes ago, you said that for the girl to be writing with kissing emoji means that something is happening.
Yes,
There's
that's
an
what I'm a very neutral person.
Aye.
I'm a very neutral
This
person.
love doctor is not.
I'm a very neutral person. You see, I weighed it on both sides. I said the guy was wrong in his. The guy probably maybe the guy said. Okay.
No, you are changing
Okay,
back
now
now.
the question is
Love doctor is
the question is how does she even know that it's not someone trying to set that guy up? Because the guy might be innocent for all I care.
She said she sees it.
So since people don't want me to support to weigh the thing in a balanced scale, the guy might be innocent actually.
Oh.
The guy might be
But the
innocent.
guy said, the babe said that she's seen the guy snap with those people
With those
partying.
people.
So how
Like,
they setting
same
him up?
girls. She's
Yes,
seen the
you
same
think
places.
if that guy is really cheating that he'll be posting it in a way that the girl will see.
It doesn't have to be. See, it's something like this. For example, now we are here. I can have some people that are friends, or let's say if I'm dating somebody, I can have somebody that will follow you just based on the fact that we go out together, you see my stories, I see your stories.
Okay,
so it
in
doesn't
that
even have
case-
to be on the guy's page.
Okay,
She can
in that
still
case-
other
in
people
that case,
are
I
close to
agree.
it.
Exactly. Even Chidi, what I even say, like even people that are forming friends, they're still chopping each other at the back. So what are you saying?
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
they're
that-
still chopping each other. So
that-
even if like they'll be posting, oh this guy
That's
is just
true.
my friend,
I
nothing
agree with
serious.
you.
And then so most guys that keep friends with girls, they are chopping each other there.
Hey!
There's chopping going on.
I don't
So
know.
what are
I
we
don't know about that, but I have heard it happen.
You see, so
know,
that's the
I've heard it
problem.
happen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is a good place to round off this topic.
Because if not, we're going to argue
We're arguing to the end.
till the end.
Okay.
We already have a physicist in the house. That's how they behave.
And a man supporter.
Oh, no, man,
No,
support.
don't say yes.
I was very neutral. Lot of people started saying, "Oh, the guy is
back.
right, the girl is right, or the girl is wrong, the girl is wrong." Okay.
No, we're not saying anybody is right or wrong. Yes.
Okay, but now we have come to a common ground.
We've come to a common
Yes.
ground.
Okay,
Yes,
we have agreed and disagreed to agree.
Yes, yes.
So, moving on to the next segment after this huge controversy. We play like a disorder game with our guests. So we give you like two options and then you pick one and then you give a very short reason for why you're giving that or why you're picking that option. So the first question I have is housewife versus career woman.
I want a blend of both.
No, you have to pick one.
Okay, I would go with by career woman. I don't know. You say very short answers, but by career woman, do you mean someone who works full time and does not do anything in the house at all?
What's your definition of career woman?
I mean, you asked the question. I should be asking what's your definition.
No, it's just based on how you interpret it.
I mean, by career woman, it could be someone who has a functioning career but still performs her duties as a wife. If that is the case, then it's
Alright, let's just go to two extremes. Full-time housewife, full-time career woman.
two extremes.
Yes.
I would go with the housewife.
Alright. Moving on to the next question. Do you want a shiny or demanding woman versus a better understood, soft-minded woman?
Well, if the woman is soft-minded, then she's already a good wife. She can get everything from me as long as she's a good person to me. She treats me nicely. So I'll go with the letter.
I will accept that because it's your opinion. But soft-minded, are you sure you like people that are soft-minded?
At the end of the day, is my opinion. I mean, whatever works for anyone, right?
Yeah.
Anything that works for you, go for it. But for me, I would not want a woman who is always. I would want a woman who is very down to earth and who understands that situations can change and they have to be malleable enough to adjust with any changing situation. Just as I am.
Malleable.
You want an understanding woman.
Yeah.
So, love at first sight versus friendship turn love.
Typically, I mean, in my opinion, I would prefer love at first sight, but it seldom happens because you hardly find a situation where you just love someone at first sight. Usually, it's just attraction. So you mostly mistaken attraction with love. But I would wish it would happen because for me, I like someone who is attracted to me, and I like people when they're attracted to me. If you're not attracted to me, then it's a no-no for me. You have to like me in some way.
So you prefer love at first sight?
I would prefer that, but it doesn't happen. So
one.
who are we to say no?
So which one are you picking? Because you're confusing us.
Okay, let it be friendship, don't love. But I wish I could have the other one.
Oh my God.
Because one wants it all.
I want it all, right?
Then the next question is clingy woman versus non-clingy woman.
The clingier, the better.
Hey!
Yes.
So how clingy do you want the woman? Like,
Being clingy is an art of love. And if someone is just keeping their distance, then there's a slight possibility the person does not love you. But you can never go wrong with a woman who is clingy. It's better the woman is clingy and makes you uncomfortable with her clinginess than not being clingy at all because you don't know if you can trust them when they are distant.
another angle.
That's valid.
Valid.
So the other one is PDA versus private.
PDA, like public display of affection.
Yes, boss.
PDA is fine as long as it is not a social media kind of PDA. As long as you are not doing the PDA for the world to see. You are doing it because it is something you enjoy and not because you are calling for attention.
Okay.
You are seeking public opinion.
So what's the most like PDA you can do with like your woman?
Yeah, maybe when you are like here in the States, of course, you see people who are in the park, they hug themselves, they hold themselves in the park, they kiss themselves, they
So
hold hands.
is that applicable to you too? Is that something you would do?
Yeah, if I'm in love with someone, I wouldn't mind. But if it is something that someone comes to social media to announce every single thing that happens in a relationship, then the person would not last a minute with me because once you bring it, everything that pertains to our personal lives to social media, then you're already drawing a line.
Okay. Fair point.
Yeah.
The next question is argument versus silent treatment.
Argument. By argument, like in a relationship, if there are a lot of arguments or...
Yeah, so you know when you have an issue with someone, like there are people that they won't like entertain you, like maybe shouting at each other or like arguing over things. Like they'll just go quiet. Like that's how they are.
Oh, if they completely silence you.
Yeah, like
oh,
they don't
no,
want to argue with you. Like they're just there. You know, there are people that are very argumentative. Like they'll just like start arguing back and forth. And then some people like they'll just rather not engage. Like they just go silent.
Yeah, but if it is both extremes, everyone will prefer someone who is quiet. But if I like someone who can actually try to say that I'm wrong sometimes. If I'm always right as the head of the house and I'm always right, then something is wrong. You don't have an opinion at all, then there is a problem. I would want you to debate certain things with me, but when it becomes too rough, that there is nothing I would say that you would never have an opinion or argue about it, then it becomes a very big red flag. In fact, I'll be watching you from a distance while you keep digging the pit for the relationship. And when the pit is wide enough, both of us will fall in, and that will be the end.
So you also jump in the pit with the person.
Because there are certain people when arguments kick off like this, they keep battling and you can never come to a conclusion. They keep arguing every single thing. Let's say you bring out a handkerchief and say this handkerchief is white, and you know it's white. The person will find reasons to argue about that. So it doesn't really work well in relationships.
Yeah.
And it's a no for me.
Okay, so you prefer like to just go silent?
I mean, if it's going to be that heated, then I would rather go silent. But if it's not, based on the fact that I'm a science person, I like debating ideas. I like debating ideas because that's how we contribute to the world. You debate ideas and you come to a common ground, right? So if that's the case, I would like someone who would kind of, ruffle things with me a little bit, wrangle a little bit with things. And
okay, nice. So the next question is long courtship versus quick engagement.
Long courtship, like dating for a long time.
Yeah,
Okay.
or like maybe you meet somebody after 6 months and then you guys get married, or like 1 year.
I think you should take your time to get to know someone before you marry them. If you engage someone with immediately, it's no more different from arranged marriage that they do in some parts of the world. When someone will just call you my son, there is a woman here, the father is this person's grandfather. They know this person. So I want you people to marry. And you can even pay bride price without even seeing the person for the first time.
Yeah.
So I think you should get to know someone for a while.
But sometimes some of those arranged marriages, they even work better than the one that you use your leg to look for.
That something works does not mean it is good.
Okay.
Right?
That's two rights.
You cannot compare a Volkswagen with let's say a Toyota. A modern day Volkswagen with a Toyota. That both of them are cars and they drive well does not mean that they are the same. You cannot compare a BMW with a Bentley.
So you are against arranged marriages?
Yeah.
I do not support arranged marriages in any way because that it works doesn't make it a good way to marry.
Okay, that's good. So the last question is social media couple versus low-key couple.
We've already answered that one. You already know the answer to that one. It has to be low key. If you go social media, then people are no longer marrying yourself.
So okay, go ahead.
What if the person is like a social media
Influencer.
or something like
And that's how they make money.
And that's how they make money.
Okay.
Like
they make money with your marriage. They can,
not with your marriage.
they can make money. This is social media. We are in social media right now, right? And we are not making money with our relationships and marriage. But we are discussing it as ideas, right? But we are not putting camera on our faces everywhere we go. If you go to your bathroom, if you are talking with your husband, you mount camera and you are having family discussion. You go to the bedroom, you mount camera.
I mean, not that extreme, but then like for someone that is like, let's say, like a lifestyle influencer, and then obviously the person gets married, her fans want to know what's up.
Take away your marriage from that your lifestyle. You can be a lifestyle influencer, influencing your lifestyle, or influence your lifestyle, but don't influence.
Because I feel like there are so many people that.
Oh my god.
A lot of people do that. A lot of people make money with what's happening in their houses. Even controversies, quarrels they have with the fights they have with their husbands.
Yeah, I think that one is actually too extreme.
Yeah, because you attract a lot of flies into an open food.
See?
Yeah, if you leave your food open, you attract a lot of flies, right?
Yes.
So, and when there are multiple opinions about what's going on, you might think, oh, I'm a big girl, I cannot be listening to everything, but somehow, in some way, it is influencing you. It's influencing you. They will tell you this man that is behaving like this man that is getting angry like this woman that is behaving like this.
I just remember those TikTok comments. People be ugly.
Yeah, and also, boy, have you heard of people say like, okay, when your man is not posting you, that means the person is not proud of you. You know, people say that, like.
Okay, well, there are people who are not, who are very insecure with their lives,
Ooh.
and they would always want you to advertise them on social media, right?
It's my
So,
chest.
but I mean, posting your partner once in a while is not bad. I mean, you can do that. You can do that, but don't make your partner a story. Don't turn her into a story that people will have to bring opinion to tell you who she is or how you should treat her. I've seen a situation where someone posted the wife on social media. The wife is someone that is on the big size. It's a plus size woman. This man had never seen his wife in that level or that direction. But as soon as he posted the wife, all of a sudden he started having opinions like, oh boy, after this fine, where you find her, this kind of fat woman. random opinion from someone, and he responded to that comment, and as he responded to that comment, it escalated and say, see, you want to tell us that you have not seen that your wife is fat. But if you want to, and the person happens to be an actor, so if you want to ask him, you choose fine girls that are slim, but see the kind of wife you're married.
That's
so you see, but that man had never seen his wife in that light. So tell me that you want to tell me that man will not sit back and think
we
about
agree
it.
with you, love.
Hi.
We do not disagree.
Yeah, social media is really vile.
Mhm.
People are really sad out there. So just be careful. Protect your peace, guys. So just to move into the other thing that we do. So we want to ask you a few questions, a 3, 2, 1 question as we come to the end of this episode. Thank you so much for taking our time to come and spend here with us. So we have the 3, 2, 1 question for our guests. So what are 3 things you're loving right now, 2 boundaries you protect, and 1 thing you wish you knew 5 years ago?
Okay, like 3 things I'm loving right now.
Yes.
Okay, I love my life.
No,
I love my life. I love God. Of course, God should be the first. I love God. I love my life, and I love my family.
Okay.
And what's the next question again?
Yeah, 2 boundaries you protect.
Two boundaries I protect. Number one, the same thing I mentioned. Life is very short, so I protect my peace of mind at all costs. Anything that would dampen or truncate or make me disconsolate about how I feel about my life, I push it away from my life with immediate effect. And what else?
1 thing you wish you knew 5 years ago.
1 thing I wish I knew 5 years ago was exactly the same thing. Was not to allow things that do not matter to take the space of things that matter. Yeah, I try as much as possible
Chidi,
to prioritize.
2025.
Yes, word.
Yes,
Right.
I try to prioritize things that are actual of utmost importance to me than things that do not matter. Because life is too short, as I said. Try to live it the best way you can. Try to enjoy it the best way you can.
I agree.
You might think you don't have much, but the little you have can actually make you happy. Just be content with the little you have and enjoy life, because we are all going to die. And for the fact that we are all going to die, why not just live it the best way you can?
Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much for this wealth of knowledge.
Thank you very much for having me.
No, not word of knowledge, for this argument.
I try to prove to you that it's not good to cheat.
I'm deeply loved.
Yeah, so I try to show you that it's not good to cheat, and you want to support cheating. I will never support cheating.
You are the one supporting cheating.
I will never support
Anna
cheating.
is outside. Let her go there. That's
I will never support
They want to
cheating.
fight.
Okay, sorry guys. We've come to the end of today's episode, so we're gonna take this argument out. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
watching this episode.
Yes.
For coming to this end.
Yeah, we had so much fun.
Yes. Thank you for your likes, shares, comments. Till next time.
Yeah, and also watch out for our episode on YouTube. We drop every Friday 6 p.m. guys. Make sure to support your girls. Encourage us to do more content. Thank you.
Thank you.